4th meeting of the Conservation Commission. First thing, we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Diane, if you'd like to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right,
I have the business.
roll call. Joan McKibben.
Joan McKibben, Secretary.
Harry Manzigi, member.
Aidan McCarthy, alternate member.
Matt Hoffman, Chair.
Fred French, member.
George Lavash, alternate member.
Diane Plansky, Selectmen's Representative.
All right, so we're missing a couple of folks right now, Michael Croto and Jason. So Aiden and George, would you guys be willing to be voting members for tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and then we'll start off with public input, which I think, are you guys with Southern New Hampshire Radio Control Club? Yeah, if you guys would like to come up and introduce yourselves. Yeah, just your name and your address.
Okay. I do have a presentation for this. If we can plug in, we're happy to do that. If not, we have it printed out, and we can just talk to you.
Yeah, we're on the YouTube TV, so folks on listening in can see it as well.
We should move.
George, were you able to pull up the documents, the DeRocher documents?
I did try it.
They're on the portal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure
I have all of the deed.
I just want to understand what our what restrictions and limitations we may have. Thank you.
Thank you.
These are just hard copies of what we come up with.
And we can email you a copy of this if that's helpful as well. So,
Yeah, so if you guys wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, just name and your address.
Sure. My name's Cody Wojcik. I'm the president of the Southern New Hampshire RC Club. I'm not a Litchfield resident, but John is here. I'm a resident of Salem.
Okay.
Yes, my name is John Hayes, Litchfield resident.
Can you state
lifelong
your
native.
address, please, John?
Excuse me?
Your address, please?
Yes, 17 Mike Lane,
17.
Mike,
Mike Lane.
M-I-K-E.
Okay.
We are here tonight to talk about a request for some land use at the DeRocher Farm. So we represent a radio control club for Southern New Hampshire, a radio control aircraft club, and we last year lost the use of our field that used to be in Hudson. So what I'll do here is I'll go through kind of who we are, what we do, how we kind of could fit into the community, as well as what we're looking for, and see if we can start a dialogue if there's a place for us here. So, just a little bit about myself. I work as a mechanical engineer, and I work with small unmanned aircraft. 2014, I was able to become world champion in a kind of RC flying. And John, are you going to talk about yourself a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I'm a retired engineer. Been doing radio controlling since I was 14, about 55 years of experience. This club has been my main club over all those years. I'm a lifelong resident of Litchfield. My parents were, my grandparents were, so we have deep roots and have very strong feelings about how, preserving the town as best we can. And yet we'd like to be able to use what's available too.
Sure.
So Southern New Hampshire RC Club is a non-profit radio control club dedicated to model aviation as a form of recreation. We currently have over 50 members, including Litchfield residents from high school through retirees in age. We are looking for a new flying site. For 25 years, we flew off a capped landfill in Hudson, but that is being turned into a solar farm. Previous to that, we used to fly on the land that is now Hidden Creek Golf Course in Litchfield. So we do have some history in Litchfield
We
as well.
spent the 90s at the Hidden Creek location, renting the piece of property that we used from Sterling Colby. So, like, what is RC Aviation? So we fly airplanes, helicopters, and gliders. A lot of our members build their own aircraft. Some buy them ready to fly. It's a hobby that kind of rewards no matter how you want to get involved with it. Lot of important people through history have been really into RC aviation, as it turns out. Neil Armstrong, Tyler Perry, actually, the Wright brothers, and Alan Shepard actually founded a model aviation club, and he's a Derry resident as well. So, our club was founded in 1966, chartered by the Academy of Model Aeronautics, club number 408. So the Academy of Model Aeronautics is a nationwide group that kind of sets standards for how these clubs operate, as well as provides several $1 million in liability insurance. Our field has been a practice site for many national and world-class competitors in aerobatics, helicopters, and gliders. Commercial RC planes have been kind of developed there, tested there, and a media company, YouTube channel called Tail Heavy Productions did a lot of filming at the Hudson field as well. So, what could we possibly offer the community here? So, has anybody here ever been to an RC flying site or any of these clubs?
I've seen one over in Merrimack.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still active, but
Yeah, it is. Yep. So very active.
Yeah, the one in Merrimack.
Yep. So that's a fantastic club. There's a lot of Merrimack residents, Nashua residents who like to go there. It's a meeting place for people. It's as much a social thing as it is an aviation and hobby / pastime. And one of the things that we would like to do if we're able to operate here is to have some type of program with the schools. So myself as an engineer, I think I owe my career to this hobby. I've been doing it for a long time, and we'd love to get the youth involved and find a way to kind of reach out and make this a nice place for us to operate and to bring more people into the hobby and kind of give back. Is also, we want this to be a safe place for anybody who's interested in this, instead of just going to the local ball field or something. They'd like for them to have a nice place to do this. There's potentially some financial support we could offer as well from like our dues collection, right? Some of these clubs from their dues are able to put some of that money back towards the community. All right. So moving on, what would we want, physically at the field? What would it take to make this a site where we could we could make a great club? So typically there's an area that is the runway, the flying area, at least one of those. In Hudson we had two, just because of the kind of the geography. And typically that's 100 feet by 400 feet where we just keep the grass very short. Some places, like in Merrimack, they put down it's like a thin mat, basically, so there's no grass there, and you could land aircraft on there. But that's not necessary. Just short grass would be fine. Some area for parking, kind of close to where we're flying, and then some open area to fly over. This couldn't necessarily just like abut a bunch of houses or something like that. So, one thing that we've always done, any RC club will do, is maintain the actual area themselves, right? So if we have an area that we're allowed to operate in, you know, we'll be taking care of you know, any trash or anything, as well as keeping that, keeping the grass there. And the only thing that would make that easier is, you know, we have a mower if there's a place that we could potentially keep our mower, but that's not even a necessity to get started. We could trailer it in and out. And, you know, we know the DeRocher area is, you know, the goal is to keep it very representative of farmland. I think there's like a blueprint for this, which is the Concord Skyhawks Club in Concord, New Hampshire. And they share their land with a farmer. So it's quite a large area that's farmed. And kind of in the middle, you know, there's an area where it's just grass instead. And I believe they pay to basically offset whatever, you know, money the farmer is not making with hay there. And everybody coexists really, really nicely. So, so yeah, that's basically who we are, and we are, you know, excited about this possibility. Any questions that you guys have for us, we'd love to answer them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds like a great thing. Unfortunately, so we didn't just outright, as a conservation commission, purchase this land. In order to get the funding for it, we had to go apply for some grants for it, and there's some restrictions in the grants, which we're currently looking up right now, which might restrict that. George, have you?
Yeah, so as part of the language in the L-chip grant, and it's in the deed, is that we are allowed to convey pedestrian access in a, you know, for going across the property for hunting, fishing, and transitory passive recreational purposes, which is like cross-country skiing or something like that. No camping's allowed, no motorized vehicles are allowed down there except for the farm equipment. So we couldn't allow parking or access down there with vehicles, and your plans are motorized, right? And so meet with the criteria as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you folks have seen the property, but the property is basically on the rivers. It's a pretty big piece of property, right? It goes east and west side of 3A. On the western side of 3A to the western, the western side of 3A that goes down to the river that's all active farmland. There's not really an unused piece of land for that. And then on the eastern side, that's also active farmland until it gets to the wooded area, which is the only thing that we're really allowed to do in that area is to put in recreational trails. So I don't know if we actually have a space for you guys to do it. I mean, just space wise, and then we're also dealing with the limitations for the grants, which we'd have to get acceptance from the
Have you been to
L-chip
recreation?
program to do that.
Have you been to recreation yet? Because this sounds more like a recreational thing than a conservation thing.
Trying to think of other properties we may have. We do have a
Recreation,
field
right.
in the front of Moore's Falls,
With
but I'm
hard-nosed
sure there's
snakes.
probably limitations on power lines
Yeah.
and stuff like that, because there's
With
power
hard-nosed
lines that run
snakes
through
and
the
that.
property.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're open to looking into anything for sure. So,
But Diane's our selectman rep for
Seems like
for
you're
the
at the wrong,
conservation.
honestly, the wrong commission.
Okay.
Because what you have is a recreational club, and this is conservation. And I would actually encourage you to find out when recreation meets. Does anybody know? When does recreation meet?
we can find that out.
Yeah, you can find out. I would go to
Yeah, we can
recreation
look it up
because
together.
that's something that they might just eat up and love. They do have baseball fields. They do have other fields. They have Darrah Pond. But they might want to consolidate and do something recreational like this that has parking lots. That's not our gig here at the Conservation Commission.
I did
Yeah, and
have a
they do have some pretty sizable fields, some of the ball fields and stuff. I don't know if there's,
But
just
anything that would
trying to think of
disturb
anywhere.
birds,
I mean, we're kind of restricted with what we can do with our properties.
anything that would disturb birds or wildlife or, there's that area on Morris Falls, that's a protected area for,
Eagle habitat along the river.
yeah.
Morris Falls, you've got the high tension lines, not probably a good mix. And Darrow, you're surrounded by houses.
Yeah,
I had a question though on, how long is your season go into the fall or winter?
As long as we're able to get access to fly, I mean, people will fly less in the winter, but we'll fly all year.
And how many, can people just go down there from the club, go to whatever field you're using themselves, or they have to go with an organized event?
Typically, I mean, so all the clubs are different, so, but very typically, most RC clubs are, anyone who is a member, can get in and fly whenever they choose. Some clubs, in Hudson, we didn't fly on Saturday mornings, so we didn't, interfere with transfer station operations when everybody was at the dump. So we can work with whoever is around, no matter,
We do have
what the restrictions
we
are.
do have a qualification process for members.
Mhm.
You know, we need to make sure that they know how to fly before they have access to
Oh,
the
sure,
site.
sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I mean, it's some
it isn't
accountability.
just
but-
open to anybody that has, an airplane they bought at Walmart,
Oh, good.
it seems great to be able to bring the kids into it. I
Mm.
love that part of it. I just think that you're at the wrong board, that
Well,
just,
Yeah, well, I
Recreation.
think the DeRocher property, I think is not,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that
gonna
one.
be a,
Because we had two
there's too many
grants that we got.
restrictions on that one
money
to be
from.
successful, but I mean, we do have a lot of properties in Litchfield that,
I mean, if you think of anything else, we'd love to hear it, because,
well, I think
I would
that Diane's
try- I would
suggestion of
try
talking to him
recreation.
direct
They-
is,
they're like wide open to all kinds of, they put in a pickleball court, they just put in a dock at Dara Pond, and we've worked with them on those things, but I don't think we worked with them
yeah,
on
and
pickleball.
the fields where the pickleball courts are that's a
That's a
large field.
big
That-
field
that-
right down there, and they use it
In the back, yeah, the
for,
lacrosse field.
yeah, for lacrosse, so,
Yep.
that might be something that you could use when they weren't using it for that, but rec would be the one I would say to go to. We just have too many things we're trying to protect in all of those areas, and we're trying, we don't want motors running
Yeah, I mean,
during,
most of what we fly is electric, and we could be electric only for this area for sure. That's
I
not a big deal.
would
but-
check with them, that
okay.
area is huge back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
It's
area. Yeah,
just-
just unfortunately, I don't
Yeah.
think, just, we have so many restrictions on that.
The DeRocher property, yeah, we're like really restricted by the grants, which is. I
But
mean,
they're
the
recreation
languages.
anyway, I mean, that's recreational
Yeah.
use, so I think they might be really excited about it. And especially if you get the school kids in, I mean, then you're bringing
Sure.
both older
Yeah, it
people
sounds-
and younger people working together as like a big Litchfield thing, we love that, so,
Sounds like it'd be a fun club if we can get it going.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
it is.
yeah.
All right.
So far, though, we've been able to operate it at various places through the years, and they turn into commercial
things.
properties, they turn
Yeah.
into condos, they turn into housing developments, and it's really, it's frustrating for us.
I
Oh,
bet.
I'm
Go through this.
sure it is.
Yep.
We get sad when we watch lands developed as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I understand. That's why you guys are here, is to make sure.
If there's something left.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, is there any way we could work through these restrictions? Is there, like anything that we could comb through and try to figure something out, or?
I don't think there's I can't see from the property we have any place that you could put it in that's not an active farm field right now.
And get to it, there's
that-
no motorized vehicles can
Yeah.
go there.
Right.
So it's gonna, just for clarity, it's going to stay as a farmed area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Perpetuity.
Yeah, it's farm and woodlands protection is basically what it is, so the only modifications we'll be doing to the land is putting in some, trail access for hiking, cross-country skiing.
And working with farmers to make sure that it's farmed.
Okay, so, just while I'm here, the Concord Club, you know, it is a farm, an active farm that they fly off of, and the farmer subleases some of that land to them. But just so I'm understanding this, because of the restrictions, they wouldn't be able to do that with this.
Yeah, so it's just to be clear, so we purchased the DeRocher property, but we didn't just purchase it as the town of Litchfield. We
Yep.
applied and received 2 grants for that.
Mhm.
One is the L-chip, so if you see the Moose license plates,
Yeah, I've got one.
that funding applies to it, and then there's also the source water protection grant. And with both of those, there's a lot of restrictions on the property for what we can and can't do. So it's not just Litchfield that's saying this, it's, we gotta make sure that we're, meeting the requirements of those grants.
Okay.
I've been to that Concord site, actually, for another activity, but you could drive down there, and there's a huge opening where they fly, and they have a porta potty and whole works, and then the farm is off to the side.
Okay, well,
Not the same situation.
understood. I'm
I
glad
think
you've
rec
been
will,
there,
I
though.
think rec will receive you well, and
Absolutely.
there are other fields that
Okay.
maybe might better meet your needs.
That lacrosse field, it was my, you know.
I think that lacrosse field
Yeah, I
is
think
huge.
that.
If they're
there's
interested,
a
I
lot
mean,
of-
You know, you're gonna have to bring this is a great presentation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Burns is the chairman of that commission,
Okay,
Okay.
and I think that you'll be happy there.
okay, excellent.
Yeah, so if you
That's helpful.
just, you go to just litchfieldnewhampshire.org, litchfieldnh.org, you can pull up the rec commission, and they'll have the contacts for them and the meeting schedule and stuff.
Okay, excellent. We will get in contact with them.
All
Excellent
right,
club.
good
though.
luck, guys.
All right, thank you so
And
much. We
real
appreciate your
nice
time.
presentation. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want this back? Maybe you can use it for the rec one?
Yeah.
Yeah, rather
Need to
than print
print
it
it out
again and
again.
waste paper, we can give it back to you.
We'll be conservative, we'll save the paper.
Yeah, I'm big on that.
I wrote on mine, so I can
Okay.
have that back.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Good luck,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks a lot. It was nice to meet you guys.
Thanks, folks. Have a good night.
All right, then the next thing on the agenda was for the 250th celebration. So the Heritage Commission is kicking off
Okay.
kicking off the planning activities for the 250th celebration. So one of the things I volunteered us for is to investigate the possibility of recreating the ferry crossing. So to see if we can, and it sounds like from discussions Jason had, Merrimack is interested in it as well. So it might be something interesting we can do, like
Okay, put your-
camouflage a pontoon boat or something to shuttle people.
Your
around.
1776
fun.
costume on, though.
Barge.
A badge.
We'll have Fred pull it across.
Yeah, with a, come on.
Yeah, some of the, like, we
Snatch
got a couple of
block.
trees in Parker Park, we can use them, strap them together and make a nice raft. Right now, that's really the only thing that we've committed to is just to investigate that, potentially see if we can collaborate something with Merrimack and just look into whatever sort of restrictions we might have with it, but that could be pretty interesting. And then the other part of that is obviously just for us maintaining the properties, which we're already working on, right? Getting all the website updated for the Musterfield property, putting the new signage in with the links to the website with QR codes, and likewise do the same for Moore's Falls. So that works in progress. I actually didn't forgot to put that on the agenda just for our intern update, but right now it's basically we're since we're not voting on it, I think we can discuss it here. So the intern has basically a final draft that's going out to print right now for new signage for the muster field. So I think everybody's seen a preview of that. And they're working right now on getting the signage up for Morrisville. So, documenting things like the cellar holes and the remains of the lock system, that sort of stuff, to be able to exploit the history of the town. So, Aiden, do you have any comments on that, since you're our representative for the 250th?
Not really, just, we're just trying to get more volunteers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically it right now. They're not really organized with being able to set up action items and have a full plan together right now. They're still trying to get their hands around it.
They need a chairman, they need a
Second chair and then.
second chair, and
yeah.
I think they have someone who stepped forward to be the treasurer.
Okay,
So-
and then they need a secretary too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have to take their own meeting notes, yeah, so there's definitely an
Yeah, they
opportunity.
gotta formalize a committee around it and get it organized, and
Yep. They're
But-
working on it. I know they're working behind the scenes
Yep.
to talk to people that might be interested in doing it, but if there's anybody who wanted to come forward, it would be great to have you. He's a good planner. I'm their rep too. I'm their rep, I'm Heritage's rep, and you're rep.
all right, any questions on the 250th? All right, then getting on to the Dara Pond milfoil treatment. So I actually missed the last meeting, but I believe the treatment was completed before our last meeting, right? Or was it right after?
Yes.
But that's complete now, George. I
Yep.
don't know if you have any updates on that you want to share.
I don't have any slides or anything like that. So the treatment is complete. We were down there for the Dara Dock ribbon cutting ceremony the other day, and I was checking it out. The water seems to be clearer, at least a little bit closer to shore around the beach area. You can see that the milfoil is still present, but it is definitely dying off, and it's not vibrant. Like if you were to go in and grab a stalk, it just kind of crumbles in your hand. So it's visible, but it's well on its way out.
It's decomposing, right?
Decomposing, right?
Yeah.
And there's visibly less weeds around the perimeter, which is good. I did speak with Ron, the owner of Arbor Pro, this week, and he said that we could rake out if we wanted to at the end of September, but he said to leave it.
For a bit.
Leave it for a bit so that the chemicals, the chemicals have already done their stuff, but to make sure that it's all done.
Yeah, I know it takes a while. Robinson Pond in Robinson Pond in Hudson was treated last year, and I didn't really see any noticeable effects of it through the end of last year. But this year there's noticeable improvement on water clarity and everything else. So hopefully after everything has a chance to decompose and settle and stuff next year, it'll be much clearer.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great.
for working on that, George.
Sure.
You did a great job.
All right. Next thing we have is the Morrisville sidewalk update. Any updates?
Haven't heard anything.
Okay. DeRocher Farm update. So we own
We own it.
DeRocher property now.
I'm-
Yep, I was at town hall when Cecile and Claudette came in and signed it, notarized by Terry Briand, our town clerk. And then Jay took all of that information
Peterborough.
to the title company and had it all filed and all ready and brought the checks back, and I was able to meet with them. I brought them some blueberry muffins, because to me they'll always be the blueberry people. So I tried a new blueberry recipe, which apparently they thought it was pretty good.
Get the blueberries from their
From
plants.
ours, no, because by the time I made it, that they usually are ripe around July 4th,
Yeah,
is when
yeah.
you start picking the blueberries. So they had already passed, but I did the Jordan Marsh blueberry recipe, and I had some nice big blueberries there, so.
We've got a
that
bunch
went
of blueberries from their plants in the freezer, so.
well. Oh, all right. So anyway, yeah, it's a very joyful thing, and I would like to talk about, it's one of the biggest things that we've done. We've done some big stuff, but it's one of probably the biggest things that we've done as a commission. Everybody deserves a pat on the back for being tenacious and struggling through it and believing when we were sure that it wasn't going to make it. But I'd like to have a celebration down there for the DeRoches, to bring their family down, to bring, we might want to wait until the corn's done on that field across from their house. But I'd like to have their family down. I'd like to have Alverin and their people, all their people that are involved in farming down as well. I'd like to have the McQuestons there and their family, and anybody in town who wanted to visit. And then maybe do, I don't know, a grill, hot dogs, hamburgers. I'd make some potato salad. We could, make it kind of just like homey, but it's really worth celebrating.
Yeah, no, it's a big achievement. We definitely should do something to show our appreciation and
So after harvest,
let the town celebrate it.
Then I think Jason was trying to get a kiosk fairly soon.
yep.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had-
So it was getting to the immediate work items that we have for this is we're gonna have to get the kiosk and signage in for like the. Be able to post the hunting regulations and all that sort of stuff, so I know.
We need a press release for the grant as well. They're looking for a press
yeah.
release, but I was thinking that if we did the party with the press release, like they're not in too big a hurry with it, and then had some pictures of people down there celebrating. I thought maybe we could do that too, have that be part of the press release, but that has to get done. We have leases that have to be signed.
Yep.
But we have discussion of what we're going to do with Alverin as far as what their role down there is going to be.
Yeah, well, actually, Diane, I think you were spearheading a lot of that stuff. Can you give us an update on, so right now we have two folks, two parties leasing it, right?
Right,
Questions
so
about-
Alverin, Colton from Alverin Farms is farming where the corn is, on the, like if you were coming from the middle of town on the left-hand side, the corn that's across the street where the blueberries used to be, that's being farmed by Alverin. It's cow corn. And then on the other side, they have some area where there's going to be some hay, and they're going to have some fields that are going to replenish the earth for next year that are going to run all winter long. There'll be fields down there, and then we have McQueston, our town farm, and they're down there and they're planting corn too, and their corn is the corn that we're eating over at McQueston Farm. So we need leases with these two groups that hold us, that we're not negligent for anything that happens down there. They take complete responsibility. They have insurance. So what we've done is we've taken the lease that they used over by the river access, changed the amount of acres, and we're going to continue with what DeRocha was charging them for rent. They at this time have not been charging Alverin, but my feeling is that there's a lot of work that needs to happen in that farm. There's ditches that need to be done. I brought the chief down there last week to meet the DeRochas, and Ray was very nice and asked us if we wanted to take a tour, so we brought the chief down. There's a lot of work that needs to be brush hogged through there, and Colton is not afraid of hard work. So if we were able to get them to do some of the maintenance on that property rather than us, with more, because you guys do so much already to try and take on with what our volunteer base is, doing all of that as well. So in lieu of, if we can get, a scope of work of what we need done down there, and then do a lease that's based on them doing that work, I think that might work better for us than to be saying, okay, we want $1,000 or we want $2,000 for what you're renting. I don't think that's what we really need, and that's not why we got the land.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that, and they might have equipment that's better suited for ditching and some of
Right.
the
Yeah,
other
and
things
there's-
that we weren't adequately.
And we have Ray,
prepared for.
we have Ray now that can say, when I used to farm it, I used to do this. That hasn't been able to been done in a number of years, which is kind of what I heard when I was riding around the land with him the other day.
Diane, how long is the lease, a 1-year lease too?
So we have to do them as a 1-year lease
I see.
because of what kind of leases they are. We don't have to go to the town or anything. We're managing it. It's done on a 1-year basis. So we could do this for a year with Alvin and see if it's working out the way we want. And then if it's not working out, then we, relook at it. We also are neighbors with Wilson's. I'd like to see Wilson's come down to, anybody that's working at Wilson's, to that party in the celebration of agriculture in our town. Anybody who wants to come and celebrate that. Yeah, so we're gonna have to just be on top of what we need for that farm. The scope of work that we need to provide and who and when it will be done.
So just to be clear, we can honor all the current contracts through
We are.
this year, right?
It'll be
So
yearly,
we need
yep.
it,
So we
the
don't
beginning of
have,
next year, we need
we have the
that.
one for McQuestion written up. It's
Yep.
gonna stay the same as what,
Okay.
there's some things that were on the, deed and some things that were on the, grants that have been added to, their lease, nothing that they'll have a problem with, at this point. I don't believe, but it's, other than that, it's the same. So,
And then we're, so if they're paying $1,000 a year and stuff, where do
that's,
those
I'm
funds-
believing that's the number, yeah, whatever the number is.
Where
We're
does
gonna-
that money go to?
It's going to the town, but that's something I'd like to talk to the town
It goes to the
about.
general fund.
Goes to the general fund. That is something I would like, if we're paying for lawyers' fees and you're paying for your repairs and everything else, and you're responsible for making sure that land is done, I kind of feel like the town should be giving that money to conservation for,
I don't know if they can, but you have to check that.
I don't know, but it's something I'd like to talk to the town about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, good.
yeah, so that's, I have a lot in my little head.
So Diane, what do you need from the commission to try to get closure on how we're doing these contracts,
We
especially
need a
for the
meeting,
Auburn?
we can have McQuestion sign the contract, I believe I had it start October
Yeah, I
first, to
think
give us
it's
a
more
nice,
for-
big window.
For like Alvern, because that one sounds like it's more.
We need to sit
out of
with
the-
them,
or-
we need to sit with Colton, it doesn't even have to be me, but it should be somebody who's you, Jay, and that will give a tour and talk about what really needs to be done, and, not be shy to ask for it. Because, what we're giving them is a very big gift of being able to work this land. Some of it is used, some of it is sold by Alvern. So some of it is not just for the farm, their farm there as well. So they have a lot of reasons to want to work with us, and we have a lot of reasons to want to work with them.
But they're still a nonprofit, no, how they're set up, right?
They are a nonprofit.
So that whatever they're selling is to help fund
It
their.
funds them for, in other ways, yeah. Oh, it's a nonprofit, absolutely. So we won't tax them. Like, we tax a small amount, to McQuestion, but then that tax is reduces the amount that they pay for rent. So if it's $1,000 and the tax on it is 25, it's 1,000 minus 25 is what they pay us. So we don't pass that tax on, we give them a credit for it.
Yep.
But it has to be taxed, I guess. So, yeah, so really, the next step would be, I've already got a tax ID number for Alvern. I've already got Colton as a contact. I've already talked to Colton about it a little bit, and he's into it. So this isn't like meeting with them and they're gonna,
Is he the decision maker for,
He's not, but he's the person who works the property, and he said that he's done some of that work. Like, the McQuestons don't necessarily want Colton on the land that they're farming, but he's already been trying to improve the other land that's around there. So he's pretty tuned into it.
he came in here and gave us a.
I was there, yeah.
Yes.
I was here for
Yeah.
that one, yeah. So, he seems like he's gonna be great. I wouldn't mind being there as a selectman's rep to just kind of hear what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
And then I can turn it into a lease with Kim.
Yeah, it sounds good. So maybe we should bring Colton in for our next meeting.
Good idea.
I would have it done between the four of you and then bring it back here. I wouldn't do it in a general meeting. I don't think it needs to be done in a general meeting, because what you need to do is you need to meet with him and then bring him down there. And I would bring Ray in too. As long as we've got Ray, I think we should bring him in and have him, because he was sad about some of the way some of the area has deteriorated down there, that he would like to bring up to the standards that it used to be at.
When you're talking about ditches, are those the big ditches along the edge of the field?
Right now, they're all grown over and,
We noticed that,
yeah, so,
So
And
those
there's-
need to be cleaned out?
yep, and I'm thinking Colton's the guy for that.
And there's a swale, or this drainage that goes through the center of the property
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
When we were, yeah.
That's big work,
That could cause, and that could cause problems if it's not kept up with.
drainage, yeah.
Yep.
Because it's wet,
Yep.
okay.
So I would not do that in a general meeting. You can bring it back
Yeah.
after you've negotiated into the
Right.
general meeting. But I think you're gonna wanna be on the land. I think you're gonna wanna have Ray there with you. Leave yourself enough time to do that. And I would definitely, Joan, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Yeah,
That's the kind of stuff that can be done off-season,
oh, yeah.
basically. That's when you have to do it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, and it's all farm maintenance, so it all is right up Alvern's line, you know?
Project.
Yeah, it's right up there. It's right up what they do.
So that sounds good. And then the immediate things, which we already mentioned, is we got to sort out the signage and the kiosks and stuff like that. I know Jason's already working on some of the signage.
So
but
Jason did post, and no motorized vehicles and the active farming signs on both sides.
Yeah.
He did that last week, I believe.
And I believe he's purchasing signs for hunting restrictions as well. Because while there's
So long as it's.
fields are being actively farmed, we can't have hunting on the property.
Yep.
Good. Any other discussion on DeRocher?
Well, so Jason's working on a kiosk?
Well,
Signs.
we just closed on it, so we got to get a plan together for the kiosk. I wouldn't say
Okay.
Jason's working on it.
All right, and Jason put up some no trespassings.
No more.
So he put up some signs that said no motorized vehicles. We can't have no trespassing because it's
You can walk
public
back
land,
there.
right?
Well,
So
I didn't
we
mean
have
no
trails
trespass.
for it.
Meant no hunting.
We're gonna get no hunting signs for it, but we
Okay.
just gotta follow the guidance from the grants that we have too, right?
Yeah,
I think he's got it. I think Joe knows what has to be
Yep.
done.
I called the state Fish and Game and talked to them about the DeRocher property. And what they have is they have a program that you have to apply for. But in talking to them, they seem to be angling it more toward hunting than recreation, okay? And I believe that what we're trying to do is do more recreation than hunting.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. We want to do more farming, right?
Farming.
That's what we're trying to do.
Well,
And when
farming-
the fields are being actively farmed, we
Yeah.
can't have hunting there.
We-
So
we
that
got-
that applies to the sections of the property where there's active farm fields.
Yeah,
I guess there's a question for the east side of the property, right, which is still wooded property. I mean, we can probably have hunting allowed on that, but we definitely can't have hunting on the active farm fields.
but their program was almost totally aimed toward hunting. Because I asked a question about agriculture. And the answer I got was, and so,
Yeah, we had a lot of conversations with them.
yes, I know.
Yeah, we had a lot of them,
It
and
seems like two different departments had,
Well, there's
Which is
restrictions with the grant, that's why.
yeah, no,
Fish and Game
no, I
doesn't know about the
understand that.
grant.
if it wasn't gonna be farmed, then yes, it could be hunted.
Yeah.
But the fact is that we made an agreement that we would
Well,
farm it in
If I
perpetuity.
understand most of the restrictions, this program that they have, and they put up no warning signs and would not fit what we're trying to do or what we're obligated to do on the,
Yeah, they have
on the grants.
multi-use signs.
Pardon?
They have multi-use signs.
Yeah,
So what we kind of lacked when we got these grants is that they really aren't agricultural ones, so from them. So we're kind of working in an agricultural area.
no, I know.
Yeah,
And I know that the state came down and helped
helped us
you
do it.
guys convince them that there would be no hunting in the agricultural area, where this program was just the opposite, so
Yeah, so it's not a good fit.
it was worth talking to
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
always. You met somebody new, you learned something new, always. Because we have other land that you might want to try it on. Moore's
Could
Falls.
be.
People hunt down in Moore's Falls all the time.
You should have multi-use signs there.
Yep. Yep. So you learn something new, which would be cool to use it somewhere else, Harry, right? Would it work somewhere else? Would it work somewhere else? Would it work somewhere else?
Probably, if I understand what we're trying to do with our properties, I don't think so. Like I said, their primary goal is to open it up to hunting. Well, with all the building and we want to put trails in for walking and all that sort of stuff. And I just don't think it'd be a good fit for any of our properties.
Okay.
They're not that big.
That's too bad, because hunting's important.
Listening to what he was saying, I mean, as minimum, there has to be 100 yards from any
Yep.
any building or anything, and that kind of restricts it. And if there's any kind of agriculture, apparently this division of Fish and Game is not worried about agriculture.
Yeah.
Okay? So, like I said, it just, maybe if we ran into a piece of property where there wasn't any agriculture or
And was
anything like
large
that.
enough. You need it
Larger, yeah.
Pardon?
large, and large enough. I mean, they can hunt in
Yeah.
the state forest.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can
Again,
have some
something
big
like
forest,
that,
yeah.
but. oh,
Thank
well.
you.
Yeah, and I mean, the DeRocher's property is pretty large and probably only maybe 50% of it is developed, right? The piece of land that goes into, over towards Albuquerque is pretty sizable, and I know people hunt there, have hunted there previously, so we gotta sort that out.
So is someone gonna let us know when you're gonna put the signs up, so?
Well, in the cleared parts of the properties where there's fields and stuff, Jason has already started putting up signs for that. So, I mean, all the properties are gonna have, obviously during the growing season, they have all the crops that they're growing, but then they're gonna be putting in winter wheat and stuff for, over the winter to keep the land, okay. So as long as the fields are planted, I mean, we're restricted on, letting people hunt there. So, yeah, we gotta figure that out. And like I said, there's a big part of that property that is not currently farmed, so that could potentially be an option.
Are there any trails in there?
Yes.
There's
and
some
wooded trail.
trails that crisscross through there. They're not formal trails, but they go from like Wilson's property. I mean, it connects to some other conservation
Yeah.
properties that we have, and then there's not formally maintained trails, but there's trails that go through the properties. We gotta figure that out, because some of the trails do not go through land that we're responsible for, so we
So
can't make a
we
continuous
meet
trail.
back there though, right? We meet from the back of the old DeRocher property. We meet land that we already own. Is that
Right, but
land
I
not?
think when you go on the trails from Birch Street, you cross Wilson's, land to get to,
Wilson's, and I think
DeRosa.
there's a couple other properties that we don't have easements to, so we gotta, that's another one we gotta sort out.
Property we just bought. This is the Birch Street here.
So it does touch it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You touch, but you
Yeah.
don't know whether or not there's any
And it's
trails.
awful wet
oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
about
that's
where,
right.
about where they touch,
nice.
actually.
winter,
Prob-
Yeah, and
winter
it's
hiking.
it's a narrow strip of land, right?
Yeah, so I've done
that we
Birch.
have.
It's a great place to like snowshoe though, or even to cross-country ski a little bit. It's kind of ragged to cross-country ski, but,
Well, it depends, if you get a lot of snow, it's good.
yeah, yeah. But in the summer, it's not good.
And, no, it's very buggy, very wet.
Yeah. But hunting in the winter would probably be good back there too.
All right, any other discussion on DeRocher? So like between now and next meeting, we'll probably be planning out the kiosk and stuff like that.
If
so-
you could just set up a meeting with Colton, I'll try to
Yeah.
make myself available. I know Jason would be available.
Yep.
And bring in Ray.
Sounds good.
Yep, one of you guys that knows what's down there. Took a lot of time. Weren't you guys out there doing the
Well, we had to find the boundaries.
the bounds?
So,
Yeah,
so I've walked the whole property.
yeah. So
But-
that's a good.
But I'm not really familiar, I mean, I know where all the boundaries are and the area around them, but I don't know,
What needs
I
to
know
be
of some
done.
of the ditches, but I don't know, how far in.
Yeah, and
That
the
needs to be-
ditches are on the farm part of the property, not the uncleared.
I
part.
have Colton's number. I can get that to you.
I'm sorry, say
I
that.
have Colton's phone number. I can get that
Yeah,
to
if
you.
you
and-
could send that, that'd be great.
Okay. No, because we really want to get that lease done by October 1st if we can.
Okay,
I know it's
Yeah.
not giving us as much time as we would like, but it was really crazy getting everything done for the deed and all of that stuff was nuts, you know,
yeah,
so.
I mean, we want to keep things moving forward. All right, next up, community garden. So we've been spending, Aiden and George have been, working on getting we've had basically a proof of concept for a permanent water source there going on all summer. I think we finally have it sorted out. We've gone through some larger solar panels, corrected some of the wiring, and it sounds like we have a system that can sustain itself. So we're looking to move the water tank into what we want to keep as a permanent location. We're getting some permanent wiring in, and we're looking to bury the wiring under conduit and stuff to keep it so that, the tractor and vehicles and stuff don't disrupt it. But I think we're in a pretty good shape there. George, you want to provide any update on that?
Yeah, I have the wire, and the new charging controller that will handle the 24 volts. So we just have to get to a time where we want to, install it. We have the ditch dug, and I think we probably want to run, I was thinking about this, the pipe underneath the trailer, so that the wires come up underneath the trailer, so there's no exposed wires anywhere. So we need to figure out if we have a trailer where we really want it, and then maybe make the ditch go over to the trailer so that we can.
Are you okay with that?
Yep.
Aiden is our ditch digger.
Aiden.
So we're pretty much good to go. We have all the materials and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of, and it is working now. So the controllers that we have now are working, like you said, with the pieced together wiring that we have. But so they are keeping the batteries 100% topped off. So the charging is working now. Just when we go to the better wire, we're gonna, rather than getting two sets of wires and run two controllers, we're one set of wires and one controller. Just for the cost of the controller, it was almost the same cost as running the extra wire. So we're gonna charge.
Yeah, so we should be in good shape, and the
It should be done by next
nice
week.
thing about the final design too is like the controller and the batteries will be in the shed, which we can secure, so we don't have to worry about anything besides the pump being down by the stream.
I hate to say this in a meeting, but I was down there a couple times and the creek is really low.
So what we're drawing from is at a max is like, what are we getting, about 5 gallons per minute? I don't even know if we're getting that. No, we're not even getting that.
No,
It's
we're
a
not.
75 gallons per hour, so we're drawing like at most 1.5 gallons per minute from there, so we're not impacting the
We may
stream.
wanna look
Right.
into the future of when we're in drought situations of,
Yeah.
Well, what do you think we're in now?
we're in drought right now, which is why I'm concerned.
So have you been down to the pump and seen where the pump is?
I've been up around
Okay,
the
so-
garden and I've been down into the creek and
So-
up around the garden.
So it's-
I've been all around it for
It's
a
in
little
a deep
bit.
enough spot right now where it's getting water.
It's getting water, but should we be taking it, I guess?
Well, like I said, we're
Yeah, it's
consuming
okay.
a less than 1.5 gallons per hour, per minute, which is.
It's 200 or 300
even
gallons a
Even at
day.
the lowest I've seen it, where that stream is still pushing out 200 gallons per,
Okay.
per.
I
minute.
had to ask, I had to ask. I
We're
was
not
just-
adversely affecting that stream.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
I have a quick question. What are the gardeners doing with their waste? You know, the
Weeds, the weeds,
pardon?
the weeds.
No, not the weeds. Like if they were growing tomatoes and,
Well, the season's not
So
over yet.
Eden's gonna help us out
Yeah.
with getting a centralized, place for that to be able to use as compost and
Gonna
just
have a
to
compost?
keep it organized so we don't have piles all around the garden.
okay, so as they clean up their lot, they'll take it and put it in this
Central
Designated area.
place.
Yeah.
But
organized place. When do you plan to shut down the water?
we're still growing
There's no
stuff.
need to shut down the water until we are concerned about everything freezing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can go through, October or whatever, and then we'll like pull, we'll disconnect all the connectors from take down the hoses and stuff like that, so we don't have to worry about,
Freezing.
problems from freezing.
We have a
We
new
just store
gardener
it, we
that,
can store it, every stuff, all the stuff either in the shed or the fire station.
Yeah, probably, well, yeah, we'll have to see about where we store the pump and stuff. It actually is it's self-draining for the most part right now. After every pumping cycle, it drains out of the
Oh,
pipes
okay.
down through the pump and back down, so.
You know, that's all we need is the lines to freeze up.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
oh, yeah.
we'll take care of it.
And all we have are garden hoses, all right? So we don't have anything, there's no hard pipe or anything like that. It's really amazing that little pump works as well as it does.
we have a new gardener who's joining us in the fall to plant clover and Fran Morgan. She's coming in fall to get her ground ready for next spring, which I think is very good.
Did she get a plot, you mean?
Yes, Denise gave her a plot. She gave her Lena
Plot two.
plot two,
Yeah.
which was the one that was the Romanos.
Because,
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Romanos.
Some of those plots are really
Leanne
full
was
of
never
weeds.
able to actually get down there, so that was causing problems for the
That was a
plots on
vacant
the
one.
other side. Yeah. So she's
Good.
taken the whole one.
Good.
And she's gonna plant some clover, I think she's gonna plant maybe some peas, and I know I directed her kinda to
Deer
Glenn.
will love that.
What's that?
The deer will love that.
It doesn't matter, whatever goes back down into the earth will help the earth be
Yep.
more productive, so. It's cool.
That's good. Yeah, no, it seemed like it was a pretty successful year at the
Yeah.
farm, so.
Very.
Heard pretty good
Yeah.
feedback. There's
It's
been,
getting there.
we still have boatload of tomatoes. So.
Yeah,
You do?
tons of tomatoes.
Yeah, it's a good year for
Tons.
tomatoes.
I love tomatoes.
We might be able to share.
Do we have anybody that we want, like last year, Tim's Turf delivered a bunch of compost material, and I put together a basket from donations of all the farmers, and I brought it down to there. Is there anybody that you might want to think about giving a basket of donations to?
Yeah, I guess the only problem is we're kind of hitting the end of the season, so I don't know
Yeah,
what folks are gonna have left for
we are.
for vegetables that would be,
Okay.
they'd be proud to share.
Okay.
All right, anything else on, community garden? All right, getting into other business, property checks and maintenance. Joan, do you have anything?
No.
Harry?
No.
Aiden?
No.
I don't really have anything. I mean, the properties look good through Morris Falls and Parker Park. Those are the only properties I've been through recently. Fred?
No.
George?
I've been kind of sidelined this month, so I haven't really done much.
I really enjoyed visiting Parker Park. I really, really enjoyed visiting. I enjoyed bringing my family down there. I brought my granddaughter to go over the bridges and sit at the picnic tables and show her the blueberry bushes and the farm plots, and it was really nice to go down there, and everything looked amazing.
Yeah, I think all the properties are looking pretty good right now, so. How about, member input? Joan?
No, none.
Harry?
Pardon?
Member input.
Member input.
No.
No.
Aiden? Yeah, I don't have anything, new. Fred?
No, nothing here.
George?
I have two things, all right, and they're both involved with DARA. So I've been checking out the milfoil and whatnot, and so last week, not this week, but I saw about 30 geese on the pond, and I really would like to get some swan decoys, because we get like 200 or 300 geese, and we just spent all this money to take out the milfoil and whatnot, and all that weeds are there because of all the excess nitrogen we have. And I forgot to look up the study, but so the state does studies of waterways, and they determine, you know, how much influx of materials do they have into a waterway and how much goes out, you know, and there was some study that I was looking at last year, and 20 to 25% of the nutrients coming into this one pond was based on waterfowl. And so if we can control the waterfowl, we still haven't gotten around to doing our water testing that we need to do, but I think it's around $120 or something like that to get a pair of swan decoys. And what you have to do is you have to move them around, and that keeps the geese from, I guess, you know, swans are territorial.
Yeah.
So I'd like to try that to see if it affects the geese population.
How much?
120.
120, not more than 200. Now, I also was speaking, so with rec, and they have impact fees or something, and because this is a new project, they could possibly apply impact fees to purchasing the swan. So if we think it's a good idea, I could then present it to rec to see if they would pay for it, out of their impact fees.
Need a motion?
Probably.
No, we can just tell him we don't need a motion, do we?
No, well,
For him to go?
well,
Well, when that's.
Well, I think we
So-
can make a motion, with a stipulation, say,
So-
either we,
We like it.
so,
Okay.
well, so the motion would be, you know, that, given the permission to buy the swans, but also present it to rec, and if they can pay for it out of impact fees, to go that route,
Excellent.
right? Is that,
So moved.
We have, some money left in the budget too.
yeah.
right, but okay.
But, right, I think you
We
should
have
go
to
to
build
rec first.
kiosks and, well, the kiosks will probably come out of the land fund, right? But I don't know. Yeah. But
Anyway, but.
who knows, yeah, who knows with that?
Yeah.
So we should authorize George to go
Well,
to.
actually, we have the discretionary funding that we can approve it anyways, but we might as well just make a motion, so.
Okay,
I make a motion that we spend up to $150 on some
Up to 2.
swan decoys, for a couple swan decoys and a floating alligator head.
I second the motion.
Under the stipulation that we're first gonna pass it by rec to see if they can fund it themselves. But
And if they want to do
can't
it,
fund it,
because it's
we'll
still their
approve up to
property.
$150 to purchase a couple swan decoys.
And
By the time you get there, will you have an actual price, like a pretty,
yeah, well, so I've done pricing, and the ones I wanted were 129, but they're back ordered until the middle of October, and I want them sooner, so I don't have the secondary source lined up. So
okay.
All right, so, I made the motion, Harry seconded.
Yeah.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, motion carries, what do we got? 700.
Okay, and then I sent you an email to your Litchfield account. So we had, it's, sorry, I don't have my own, I don't have my dongle here.
Yeah.
I just have a couple of pictures from the ribbon cutting ceremony for the dock. So might as well show you guys that. So Rec gave the presentation, and I spoke a little bit about the milfoil project that we had done. So it's Chris Burns, Judy Brennan, and myself were up and we stood in front of the dock, and I think Judy and I cut the ribbon. So and it was attended about 20 people or so. You know, people from the town offices were there, selectmen, police chief was there. It was good.
Chris looks like he's putting a lot of emphasis on,
Well, he was giving his presentation, he gave the opening remarks, Judy spoke a little bit, then I spoke a little bit, and then we cut the ribbon.
nice.
But the pond is looking good.
Yeah,
Look at how pretty that picture is
and
when you look at the back.
mission's good too,
Yeah, and kids are I mean,
yeah.
there are people there all the time.
Yeah,
In the middle of the week, I'll go down there at noon on a Tuesday, and there was some grandparents with like 5 kids teaching them how to fish, and there's just people all the time. So it's working out
And I
great.
love the bench. When did the bench come into play?
that was part of the original dock?
Sort of at the last minute, we decided to spring for a bench, and FWM cut the price down a little bit for us, so it fit into the money that we had. So
That's
we
nice,
we
too.
invited them to come and speak because we wanted to give them some free press, but I guess they couldn't make it. But it worked out really well.
One of the things I noticed is the caps, kids taking the caps off.
Right, so
Put their fishing poles in.
they're putting their fishing poles in
Yeah.
the poles.
Yeah.
And actually, I need to take that as an action item. I was gonna go down there and sand down the caps, the pipes, just to make sure there weren't any sharp edges, but I can't, I mean, it is working, and we're not gonna put the caps back on because
Right.
there's no way for us to lock
Monitor.
them on, or,
Right.
yeah, so it is what it is.
Actually, that brings up another point. We have to discuss when we wanna pull the dock out and where we wanna
I thought
keep it
Rick
for the
was
winter.
doing that.
Well, it'll probably come out like the end of November or the middle of November.
That's what I was thinking, just how late we wanna do it. We don't want it so it's, too miserable for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably do not have to get wet to pull it.
Yeah.
We just loosen up the end bolts on the deep end and the shallow end and just drag, so shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
And we have waders.
Then where you're just gonna pull it up to the beach, or where are you gonna put
We're
it?
just gonna pull it up and put it on the side of the beach, yeah.
You gonna put a tarp over it or anything?
No, it's
Okay.
aluminum and the decking, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Composite decking.
Anything else, George? Diane?
No.
All right, next up, we have, approval of meeting minutes. Did everybody review and anybody have comments?
No, I don't have any, I have them here.
I read it and didn't have a problem with it.
I read them and I thought they were good.
Do you need a minute, Joan, before we,
No,
Vote
I'm
to
good,
approve.
I'm good. I didn't think, I read them before, I didn't think I had anything.
all right, anybody have any, comments before we, go to vote? All right, for, approval for the meeting minutes, all in favor? And I have to abstain because I missed the last meeting. So motion carries 601.
Did you get a second on that?
Yep, we need a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. So I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All right, so Matt made the motion, George seconded. Now, any discussion? All right, all those in favor? And I'm gonna abstain, so the motion carries 601. All right, next thing we have is the, for our next meeting. So right now, it's, looks like October 2nd. Anybody have any issues with that date?
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that hunting season is officially open for bear.
Okay.
And
But-
turkeys, isn't it
Pardon?
turkeys too?
No,
Not
turkeys aren't open till October. But as we go into the, not so much Moore's Falls, but as we go into the woods, we should wear something orange, the blaze orange, a cap or a piece of tape or something like that, because,
Even your dogs, I used to put, when I used to do dogs in the woods,
yeah,
there's vests that they make for dogs that are like $5-10 that you can put on your dog.
yeah, especially, well, they have the, it's kind of like surveyor's tape, and a lot of people will put it around the dog's collar as protection.
Anything so a hunter sees it.
And try not to wear
White.
Brown or white?
whitish brown.
Black furry clothing.
Brown glove with, a brown jacket with white gloves. Do not do that.
I thought you were gonna say pink.
Fur hat.
Waving could get you in trouble.
Harry, whole season starts in September.
Oh, does it?
I believe it is.
Oh, I know hunting season started, like I say, for
Big
bear.
small
I
animal
think
too.
it is, or something
Yeah,
like that,
so bow season will start in,
same time.
There is a, something we could probably post on the conservation page that is from the Fish and Game that will tell you when everything starts. And maybe we could put that on our page? Or the
Well-
town page, or I could bring
Yeah,
that
we already
to.
have a link to the Fish and Game
Okay.
website.
But I think you
maybe
wanna put something up that says that this is.
But that
what's-
goes by district, so you have to know what district you're in
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
the best thing to do is, starting next week, if you're going into the woods, or you're going for a walk, wear something orange.
Yeah, never hurts.
Okay, no matter what it is.
bears are
Try to
moving around,
avoid anything brown or white.
but everything's moving around a lot. The heat's broken. The animals are moving around a lot too, so
Yeah.
you're gonna see them.
Saw two does cross through the backyard, about 2 weeks ago. We haven't seen them for about 10 years, so.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of deer in town now. I've seen
Things
a
are
lot.
moving, yeah. We'll probably have a
So
difference in
It's only
licenses.
for a
but-
safety factor, even if, relate what was it, the second year that I did the fishing derby, I was there early, and these people came driving up in a four-wheel drive with camouflage suits and shotguns. And I said, "Excuse me, what are you doing here?" "Oh, we're turkey hunting." I said, "There's fishing derby here." "Oh, well, my friend's over before the community garden got going." Well, he was on top of the hill facing down. So,
Great.
Yeah.
just
Be careful.
be cautious.
Okay.
All right, anybody have anything else? All right, next meeting, October 2nd.
I'm not gonna be at that meeting. I'll be away. I'll be in Florida that week.
Okay.
I can ask if you guys want a selectman's rep, if it's, you're gonna have stuff come in, I can ask John Bernal if he'll cover for me. Just
Yeah,
let me know.
we'll have to, I think
let me
think
know.
we'll be okay. It's, if we
Okay.
have questions for the DeRocher property, but we'll communicate that.
Okay.
All right, no one's here for public input, and I don't have anything specific that we need to discuss for non-public. I don't know if anybody else has anything. So I think we can make a motion to adjourn, if someone would
I
like
make a
to.
motion that we adjourn.
All right,
I,
all right, Harry makes a motion to adjourn.
Oh, you gotta
Fred
let,
seconds.
he's a member tonight. You gotta let Aiden
Oh,
get a,
sorry.
you gotta let Aiden get a motion in there in the minutes.
motion